And now to the Dominican Republic, where hospitals in the country have become the front line of a growing immigration crackdown. In just one day, 87 Haitian women and 48 children, many of them newborns, were arrested from maternity wards across the country. Over half of the women were still pregnant, and the government says it's enforcing border control, but human rights groups say they are targeting the most vulnerable. Here's our story with more.
In scenes more fitting of a dystopian drama than a maternity ward, immigration officers in the Dominican Republic have begun sweeping arrests of undocumented Haitian migrants, targeting some of the most vulnerable, pregnant women and new mothers. This week alone, 87 women and 48 children were rounded up in hospitals and maternity wards across the nation in a sweeping campaign to curb migration from neighboring Haiti. The country crippled by poverty, gang violence and political turmoil. More than half of the detained women were still pregnant. The rest had just given birth, and not a single man was arrested. In the capital, Santo Domingo, reports emerged of the harrowing immigration crackdown. 3 women cradling their newborns were ushered into vehicles by immigration officers outside a hospital. Their destination, a detention center where they were fingerprinted, photographed and prepared for deportation.
That's not right. It's an abuse, because children are innocent. They are innocent. They could take the woman, but not the baby, not a newborn.
Immigration authorities claim that the women were treated with dignity and given food. But can this nourishment cushion the trauma of being taken from a hospital bed to a holding cell?
If a woman gave birth today, they can't take her today, because they don't know what will happen. And if she has a C-section, they don't know what is going to happen either, because there is never a doctor with her to assist if something happens on the road, with the baby or with her.
Under a controversial protocol, Dominican hospitals are now instructed to demand legal identification, proof of employment, residence documentation, and payment before admitting migrants, turning what should be sanctuaries of healing into checkpoints of fear.
We will receive those individuals, and those who are not in regular status and cannot justify their stay in the Dominican Republic will have arrangements made on-site for repatriation to their place of origin.
For Dominican President Luis Abinader, who has adopted a hardline stance on Haitian migration since assuming office in 2020, this is part of a broader plan. The government insists that while hospitals may offer life-saving care, undocumented migrants will face expulsion the moment they leave the operating table. The numbers are staggering. In just first 3 months of 2025, the Dominican Republic has deported 86,000 Haitians. This is on pace to eclipse the 276,000 expelled in all of 2024. A wall between two nations is being extended, and more troops have been sent to guard the border that slices through the island of Hispaniola. But the haunting images tell a different story of women clutching their babies, escorted not by nurses but by armed officers. A nation's borders are being enforced not only at its edges, but in its hospital beds, its nurseries and its delivery rooms. And as the cries of newborns echo through detention vans, the question remains, who is protecting the innocent?
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly. Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
For both sides, not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.